Miramar rotating a little bit late than the rest of the team.
Maybe that might be the strategy that they're going with as of right now. They did come from El Pozo as well, so they've looted up the entire area. They also have access to a vehicle, multiple vehicles at that, so that's going to help them rotate a little bit better. But, you know, the big thing that I'm interested in is why a lot of teams are avoiding Los Leones. It's like there's a barrier around them. Like, look at that. Los Leones is completely untouched.
There's a Bapak in there before.
Yeah, it was before, but it looks like nobody wants to kind of, you know, sit around the outskirts and hold the position. Ooh, next circle has been determined here, but again, the big fight coming on the western side of the La Bendita is, again, still happening. RSG, Bosskurr, ESG, Bapak, and I think Dingoz are coming in from the right side as well.
Oh no, those are actually rotating way too early. I think they will not able to hold that circle as long as they want to, looking at how many teams migrating at the same time.
Yes, absolutely true. And now H2O will need to make a move for it. They do have the high ground here, but not going to work out since the circle is not kind towards H2O. They need to go in, but good thing is that the path that they're taking right here, it's not going to be gatekeep, so they're probably going to be okay for now. We are still at 16 teams. Everyone is still intact, so anything can still happen here with these numbers.
Do we have any Singaporean teams actually top on the first page of the chart?
I mean, it would have been if it wasn't a scrim game, because I'm just saying, and I'm just saying it could have been a little bit better. But yeah, so far not really. I mean, certain teams got pretty close. Like Impunity got pretty close the last time for that winner chicken dinner.
Oh, too bad. Not this time yet. But look at that last Ichong. He just have to make everybody else's situation harder than it should be. And Bapak Ajani, I think Bapak Ajani himself is one of the key players and one of the best fraggers they have in their team right now. Bart is always the bait in front for the scout, and always will be backed up by Jenny, who comes a little bit late and flanking in the blind spot there.
Really, I kind of want to give a little bit more credit to Bart here, because he really does take a lot of pressure, and he is able to frag out if given the opportunity. Wow, that is one hell of a hop coming in from Dingoz over the horizon there on the pickup truck.
Yep, and we do see here Bapak, they have eyes on their opponents on the other side, but then again the circle is still closing in. So far the circle is still kind, but look at this. Now we do see here Dingoz moving on to EVOS territory. EVOS have this area surrounded. Dingoz will need to get out of here. Not a good place to stop by.
Well, I think this is just around the outskirts of Los Leones, which is occupied with EVOS VIP. Previously it was Bapak. They are trying to advance to the circle, have to cut through by Chumacera if they want to, which will pass into Lost Survival or will bump into another team, which is all the ones already in the middle. Well, look at VIP. They are not doing great at all since yesterday.
I mean, I want to say that they are a good team, but right now the stats are really going against their favor. No, sorry, not the stats. The numbers are going into their favor. Their stats, on the other hand, is telling a completely different story. So I kind of feel like the situation has not been favoring them. And I'm not gonna lie, a couple of games, I think I can recall like 4 games where the circle was just absolutely horrendous for them, and I can't blame them for that. But there are situations where they really misplayed or misread a situation.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. They need to do better than that. But
should they change the drop spot rotations then?
Yeah, they probably need to do that as well in terms of their playstyle as well. They need to change. But let's look at this airdrop, DBS,
really?
Ladies and gentlemen, and
that's a grenade launcher.
I would really love for someone to snag a kill with that. That's just like disrespect. Surprise, nerds! I got a DBS. Oh, that'd be funny. That would be funny.
Why would they, of all the weapons they can drop, it has to be a DBS?
Hey, at least it's not an AWM. Just saying. But you know, RSG holding on to their position. Let's look at H2O as well as Geek Fam. Looks like Geek Fam are outside in the blue as of right now.
Well, they are tanking it. It's still the first phase, the first 2 phases of the game. So even though they tank it a bit, it won't hurt as much. But they cannot stay in here too long because we know how big this map is. And once you are quite too far from a circle, you might just have to go and deal with the gatekeepers.
Oh, 4-2. Oh, looks like he's in trouble, and Geek fan, they're around, but maybe they will abandon him. I don't see them coming back for him. So H2O, well, they still want to go and take that wipe up and make sure that 420 don't get away. But looks like a U-turn from H2O. They will leave this vicinity because they look at the timer. The circle will close in right now. 420 has been abandoned by his teammate, and H2O will find a new location.
Did he really abandon him? I don't think so. They are trying to actually help him, I think. Rotate. Well, on the other hand, yeah, they did abandon their captain.
I think the captain's making the call. Go on without me, boys. You can do it. Don't worry.
Noble. That's too noble, but look at this spray with a whole scope there. Stewart is really angry, trying to just kick up their rankings in terms of the kill points here. But Bravo is just happily driving away. Wave it, boys.
Yeah, but again, the convoy, again, very great strategy, especially for Miramar. Vehicles are so important, not only to kind of rotate around the map and transverse it much faster, but also when it comes to the last few circles, it does provide some great cover in open areas.
Oh, I'm very familiar with Circle Cloud. It's always Chumel when it comes to this kind of pattern.
Not going to look good for the teams because this will be very tricky. Lots of terrains there that will really stop teams from getting that advantage. But again, here we do look at Bapak. Oh, I do see the minimap, but then again, at the same time, Superla looks like he's in trouble here. Shots fired onto him. He is all alone there. Not looking good for him. And now the grenades go up from Superland. Try to hold off Yoodo gang, which is just across. They are still slightly outside the circle, but they will make a move for it. Drax coming up from the other side. Superon need to make a run for it.
Oh, just get out of the way, Superon. He knows that he can't go again. 4 team members of Yoodo gang at the higher ground at that. And he's trying to just reunite with the rest of the team. They just arrived with a vehicle, but can they make it up? Because we know Drax is already waiting for it. And on the other hand, Bapak is going against Unbeatablle. And there's also Resurgence. It's a 3-way war here.
Yeah, and they've been fighting for a very long time here. Like, much earlier into the game, they were at a stalemate. Now they're much closer together. All sides not really committed to going for the all-in. We've seen it time and time again that when you commit to this all-in, another team comes by, the last team usually wins.
And surprisingly, you still have 16 teams intact, and it's still 4-4 of a circle.
Oh yeah, 16 teams, we have 60 still alive. It's a lot, but the number may change very soon. Meso looks like he's been knocked down there, and now the kill feed will start to slowly come in at any point of time. Yoodo Afat as well, looks like he got knocked down. Yoodo will change their location, leaving one team member behind just to make sure that they don't get backstabbed at.
Oh, just don't stuck in the middle of a road here because the blue is closing in. We have also Team USG Gaming coming up from behind of Yoodo gang. They might get ambushed here, but I think they just want to get out of the blue as soon as possible. Yoodo reposition themselves and may just wait at the edge of a circle, making sure everybody is being denied their movement into the safe zone. But look at that, Fred almost tilt that van just now.
Looks like everybody is just kind of trying to figure out where exactly they need to be. Right place, right time. You got to predict the circle at this point because, again, it's a huge 50-50. Impunity getting shot down by Naoki coming in from Geek Fam, who've got higher ground, looking down on Impunity, who is on the lower ground of that cliff. It's going to be pretty tough to actually get an angle because there's plenty of cover for Damroot to kind of play around. So Impunity limited by the structures. This is going to be a difficult fight.
Yep, and we do see here, looks like Naoki has the motorbike. He moves on to the higher ground, try to get that high ground advantage. Will he be able to spot anyone from this side? And we do see here that, oh, looks like everyone surrounding each other. Oh, looks like Kim got killed there, and Yoodo, Parang as well. Looks like he's in trouble based on the kill feed there. Naoki from Lawrence, Arch now in trouble. Oh, unsuspecting Arch. Dude, Naoki, he's so innocent there. Oh my goodness, that's so evil.
I think Arch was like, wait, what just happened? I died? He was so relaxed behind of the structure just now. But looking back at Resurgence, they are being blocked entirely getting into the circle. At the same time, Dingoz is bombarding Bapak. What is going on here?
I think they're going for the revive. They're hiding right under the car. The car did flip, so they are getting a little bit of shelter from the extra distance. But Dingoz now taking shots at XPERT. They are in a lot of trouble. The fire has not stopped the rain of fire. They take one out. Dylan is going to be going down, and that's going to be the rest of that team right there. Ooh, that was unfortunate.
XPERT and NY finished themselves at 14th place. Team NoRecoil, on the other hand, kind of have to go with against Bosskurr. Who here, who trying to just hold their ground, but being overcrowded with Team NoRecoil on the flanks as well as the front. But we do have FV Unbeatablle, who just waited for them to go into the cave and just the pits and making sure they wipe everybody out.
Mozart now with a different angle here. Not sure if we can spot out anybody, but the grenade will be cooked and will be sent out towards the side of Team NoRecoil. Mozart here with the AK, trying to find that angle, goes in and out, but looks like the grenade onto Mozart, but Mozart just continue to throw the grenade. Grenades continue to be exchanged here.
But mind you, he
be
doesn't have that much
That you literally saw that grenade fly by Loyu's face, and now he's going in for the push. He sees the smoke. He has a general idea. He's seeing the nades. He doesn't want to walk into them. He's walking over another one, but he quickly runs past it. Luckily, it wasn't cooked long enough as he goes right into the back. And with a micro Uzi, once again, an effective weapon takes out another member there. Oh, so well done.
Oh, somebody give this micro Uzi an award because it deserves to be up there. And now we do see here Dingoz, they're on the high ground, but looks like they may move a little bit more. They do have effective vehicles here on terrains. They are not so forgiving, but they have opponents as well coming up to them slowly but surely. They will need to gatekeep from this area onwards.
Yep, Resurgence creeping up behind silently. Also, EVOS VIP is just behind them, but Dingoz on the other hand caught off-handed there, and Geek also trying to run away. They're kind of cornered. If only everybody is at the peak of the mountain here, I think Geek will be ambushed by another team who happens to be just across that mountain.
I think that's Impunity, right? Yeah, that's Impunity. You know, H2O are, in the northern side at the base of that hill. However, Impunity on the backside of Geek fam here, as long as they cover their grounds and flank angles, they should be okay. But Axis gets the initial knockdown onto Lorenzo there. Unfortunately, he will be going down. Just like we said, he does make sure he secures those kills.
Yep, he needs to secure those kills, but at the same time, we do see Ikuda here. Looks like he takes down Yoodo, and now looks like all the colors are starting to come together here, ladies and gentlemen. The circle is just closing in on everybody. This is the fifth circle. Ikuda moves in, but then gets Pampa with a long range shot, taking on Jake.
That's a whole wipe of Axis, just almost had them all, but look at that, one more H2O explosion. Oh, so many nades being thrown, explosion happening inside a vehicle. H2O will ping down by Geek's neck. Dingoz on the other hand, trying to get the views on EVOS VIP. This is like multiple teams at one single place. ESG is out now, resting back in the lobby.
And now Axis taking some quick loot before he pushes over. But looks like FV want to take control over this hill from the Dingoz. They start launching out the grenades, dropping the Molotovs to stop any pushes from that far right angle. Now he quickly runs to the left, trying to get as much information as he can in case somebody decides to peek.
And the rest of EVOS VIP trying to finish off Dingoz here. They're trying to making sure at the same time FV Unbeatablle is right in front of them. They're kind of cornered every single way possible for Dingoz. How can they make this one out? They have a pickup trap as a barricade. Well, like it or not, they have to run for it. Dingoz still managed to get one of the FV Unbeatablle. Grim trying to make a clean cut at the side of the flank here. They need to revive at the same time. There's no smokes being popped. They're quite out in the open for FV.
Yes, they're quite all out in the open right now, and we do see this is not a good terrain here for those of everybody here without smoke. And now whoever has smokes, everyone's popping it up because right behind RSG is going to show up and anytime soon. And now Grim with a shot out onto Nooks. Nooks right now is low, needs to be helped, and now Grim trying to get a flank around the smoke. If you can spot anyone anytime soon, that will be good. But no, looks like Grim does see them, but then again not ready to take on the shot. Grim continues to take on the shot, but does not connect.
Yep, Grim trying to his very best to make sure to deal with the Dingoz situation here, but remember RSG is just behind the Dingoz. He quickly goes prone, tries to take out one. Unfortunately, Grim is shot in the back. However, where are these shots coming from? Kiddo is next to go down. It looks like last survivors are taking a couple of pot shots in this fight. Kiddo quickly using the first aid, maybe might be able to help his team back up. And Alpha, he's making his way around.
Oh, look at that. Dingoz is marching right in front of him. Just around the corner, they can actually just clip it off. But at the same time, FV is getting so many pressure by multiple angles. All of them are just pinning them down, one them out into the lobby. Dingoz on the other, trying to get a little bit vision on Alpha. But at the same time, Blue is shooting. What the heck was that sniping skill going across from one mountain to the other?
Oh, what? Looks like Dingoz is going to deny points now. Oh, that shot. Yikes. That was rough.
Oh, that's going to definitely show up on this scorecard later on. But now we're down to 4 teams, 10 alive. Now everyone is in the circle. No one's outside. And Geek Fam got the 10 kill mark as well as Last Survivor. The kills are just racking up here.
We're down to top 4 teams, Geek Fam. There's also still hot at the side of the cliff there. How can he survive with the blue closing? Still hoping the circle will favor him at the end of the game. Last Ichong on the other trying to reposition himself, getting a full vision on EVOS VIP. He got knocked down, one of the teammates there. Need a little bit of backup. No smoke being popped that will be very soon. He will have a little more time to buy just to revive his teammates here.
Yep, he's going to go for the revive onto NSP. He's keeping eyes. Bosskurr quickly throwing out the grenades just so that even in case EVOS tries to go for a better position, tries to push up, they will get hurt. They got to chip them up as much as possible to even out the score. Steelheart's going to be the next to be dropping here as Ichong, again, covering fire. They have to deal with both angles as Geek Fam coming up on the other side as well.
Oh, look at that. He just missed it the last minute for Yukuza. He is proning there, hoping nobody sees him, but at the same time, most Goku kind of smellable there where his position is.
Oh yes, Boss Goku definitely knows that Kuza is still there, but Kuza is low. Maybe Kuza does not have any more first aid kits or run, but oh, looks like Kuza will be taken down by Ichong, and definitely they will send Kuza back to the lobby right now. We are still down to 3 teams at this moment. Last Survivor trying to find the last team member of Team EVOS VIP, but cannot be found.
And now down to top 2. EVOS got themselves a 3rd place, quite a decent one as well. And now it's down to 4 versus 3. 7 people left. Oh, look at that side from Naoki. He managed to play this cliff so well, still hugging it without slipping it off.
Woo, that was close. Luckily, that helmet is going to keep him up alive for now as the rest of the teams slowly pulling up. Last 2, it's Geek Fam versus Last Survivors. Last Survivors have been playing pretty well. I'm not going to lie, that momentum from last game, this might be it for them because the Kings of Miramar up against a potential team from the bottom might be the first to get 2 winner-winner chicken dinners in a row.
Oh, we do see now NSP trying to go for the flank there. QB is just behind the loot crate, and now NSP slowly but surely going behind, trying to not to make too much noise, but then again, now it is numbers against numbers, 4 against 3. We do see here Last Survivor, they are trying to get as much health as possible before they go for the rush.
But the problem here is NSP and QB. We both know they are getting the flanks. They try to segregate as much as possible for Last Survivor, trying to reposition themselves, making sure every covered angle is covered at the moment. But Geek Fan, on the other hand, we do know how well they are when it comes to Miramar. The king of Miramar themselves is 3 versus 4, but they're outnumbered. But I don't think the firepower is actually a disadvantage for them as well. Naoki and Damroot, we know how Damroot is just sometimes being so rude, disrespectful, and just toss the net anytime he wants.
And now Ichong again holding his position. Really good one at that. Oh! They get a really good knockdown, but they're going to continue on pushing. Geek Fam in the lower ground. This might be it. It's looking really good in this 2v4. As again, let's see Last Survivors. They are pushing up. Come on, you got to make this work out for you.
Oh, look at that Last Survivor just slowly pushing Naoki and the rest of Geek Fam out of the blue zone. They only have this slope to play with, which just one toss of a nade might land them there if it cooked at the right time.
Yes, absolutely. Now it's numbers 4 against 2. Ladies and gentlemen, they can go for the rush there. We do see a NSP taking a little bit of risk coming from the back line, and now they may be a fracture, and now Damroot is down. Naoki goes down. Damroot will go down. Winner, take a dinner. 2 in a row for Last Survivor.
That's the first history been made in the tournament that nobody from nowhere, second page of the standing, make it out for 2 chicken 2 chicken dinner in a row, 2 times in a row.
History in the making here. First time this has occurred into PMPL 2020 MYSG. Pretty exciting game, but I think they are, I don't know what's happened, what they did this morning, what kind of ritual they performed, whatever they did, it is working for Last Survivors. 2 in a row, that is a difficult feat.
They're living up to their names today, and they took the crown down from Geek fam, who got themselves 3 chicken dinners straight out from Miramar.
Oh, absolutely. The king of Miramar looks like they've been compromised with Last Survivor living up to their name. I really want to know what they had for breakfast today.
Yeah, it has to be something,
I think it's dinner.
You think they
It's
just
dinner
got like a really good time of sleep? Just like really great sleep, and it's like, you know what? We're actually great at this.
You know, maybe just a little bit of push and confidence is what they need.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only that, just look at how they are playing. They're playing aggressively. At the same time, they maintain the number of their team members throughout that last circle. They are really working this out.
And Geek fam was just, I was hoping for them to a little bit slippery on the slope of a hill and just fall themselves there, but it didn't happen.
Let's look at the highlights real quick and do a bit of a recap. Now, start us off with, you know, the flight path and how this game kind of, you know, occurred to that final situation where Last Survivors were able to clutch this out.
Oh, it's just, how did they just grind themselves through that? I didn't expect them to be this good just within a very short time. But Geek fam, on the other hand, we do know they rotate a bit late from the rest of the team, and those who are actually in the center of it, well, I told you so. It's a big map, so those who rotate late kind of benefit most.
Yeah, absolutely agree. This is the part where Ainauki really was evil there, taking out team member of H2O just without them knowing what happened. And this is it. This is where high ground really rules for Dingoz. They held on to this position for quite a while, taking those shots from the top, so they got a couple of kills there. Really valuable indeed.
And the rest of it was history, as you know, most of these other teams were going over each other's throats towards the 5th phase, and I think that's where, you know, everything, the kill switch went in everybody's minds. Everyone went out like kill squads trying to exterminate the other teams. They got really close to each other, but the most prominent ones was FV, Dingoz, Geek fam, Last Survivors, because they seemed to kill everybody else in between. Resurgence, EVOS, everybody else.
They just happened to be at the right place at the right time, apparently, because Last Survivor, they always happen to be there when the team's kind of low in terms of economy and HP at the same time.
Yes, absolutely. And just look at this. It's just numbers against numbers. They have 4. At some point, they were fighting against 3, and then they'll fight against 2. They're so confident that we can even see that NSP goes out from the blue circle, tries to make that flank, and it was a good move indeed. That's where Damroot was sent back to the lobby, and the next chicken dinner is theirs.
Now, let's have a look at the standings. Last Survivors, man! They've turned it around! 26 kills, 66 points, 2 chicken dinners, followed up by Geek fam with no chicken dinners this time, 21 kills, 49 points. Dingoz with 11 kills, 25 points, and FV Unbeatablle with 7 kills and 21 points.
While Axis on 5th with 20 points, EVOS, VIP, and Resurgence, well, at least Resurgence making it out quite okay now, but EVOS on the other hand, they are kind of clumped up in between the 18 points and 15 points with 6 and 7 placements respectively. Bapak are kind of not doing well this round. They kind of lose the footings here, and 40 points with still a lot of kills, 10 kills there. So it's quite okay for them, just the placement points not doing so well.
Yep, and now moving on to page number 2, Team NoRecoil with Steelheart Esports, same points, 13 points, 9th and 10th place respectively. Yoodo Gang, 8 points. ESG Gaming, 6 points. Expert MY, 6 points. Impunity SG, 6 points. Team H2O, 3 points. And Team Bosskurr with 3 points.
Oh, okay, you know, I definitely thought Steelhearts was doing a lot worse, but, you know, they're right at 10.
What's that supposed to mean?
Honestly, because yesterday they were doing terrible. They were always at 16, 14, and 15. Now they've all the way back. They backed themselves up to 10. They are 1 chicken dinner, and they're already moving on to page 2. So they still are in it to win it. And the same goes for Team NoRecoil, even though their mid game has been a little difficult overall.
But the thing is, at this point, it's everybody's game, literally, because we thought that Last Survivor is not doing well for the first couple of days, but it proven otherwise. But down to the first year, we look at Last Survivor again with 12 kills in total, falling very closely behind Damn Rude. He just have to make it up onto the charts here as well.
Hey, 2 members from Geek Fam actually, Damn Rude as well as Inoiki, 11 kills and 8 kills, follow up by Dingoz Sands as well as Last Survivors with 6 kills. And you notice this is really interesting because, you know, these are the high kill leaders here. But Last Survivors, Bosskurr, right? 6 kills. That kind of tells you that the kills are generally distributed amongst the rest of their team members quite nicely, if only Bosskurr is at 6, right?
That's quite true. I have to totally agree. Apparently not that like a big gap like before, but quite decent amount of kills. Still managed to got himself in the chart. But the thing is, the maximum kill distance, even though it's a big map, but everybody just decide to switch to Micro Uzi.
Yeah, you can tell just because it's only 308 and it's just like, what's going on, guys? What's happening?
That's the thing, is like, we thought that's where it's a big map, so everybody's trying to take a long shot here. That's where the last chicken in market is. It's around Chumasura. And back then in a lot of tournament, when it's more into the centralized of the circle there, Chumasura is one of the most hardest spot outside of just Picado. Between these two places, usually the last circle will be ended up.
Yeah, I think we also have to talk about how like it's how the circle is a little bit different every single day. It definitely feels like that. However, there is a little bit of a pattern here. So for Miramar, I would expect the next circle to be generally close to where this one is, because we saw it in previous days in 4 as well as day 2, where they're generally quite close to each other for the final circle.
So they can predict the next circle will be around there somewhere again.
Again, I'm just throwing it out there. This is speculation, not fact. Claude, any thoughts about the last circle?
Yeah, that last circle was really unkind just because of that amount of slope. Would it have been different if Geek Fam was on top instead of the bottom? Maybe.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think it's like a given. High ground is always better than lower ground, man.
Yeah, no doubt there.
But then, if you're stuck in a peak of a mountain, you can climb down. We saw that couple of Team NoRecoil had that before, and then there's also Team Secret in the same thing, so they cannot get out from there.
I think so far the only person who's successfully done it was Tara. I remember Tara was on that hill, 4-member squad. RSG tried to push them off, couldn't, try to retreat, also got punished. So again, it's kind of a give and take dependent on the situation. But give me, give me a little bit of time here to explain that the circle will always be against you unless you hit Smart Toy's hand. Let's throw it over to Nick, the Hound Harris, and talk to our winners.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to the main stage of the PUBG Mobile Pro League Malaysia and Singapore 2020, coming to you live from IO Esports Arena here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Game number 2 has been done and dusted. We've got ourselves a 2-time winner here, and it's been a little bit crazy coming in. Before we welcome him onto stage, it definitely shows that as the days progress, more and more competition, more and more stiff competition keeps showing themselves up. Anyway, without further ado, let's welcome our winning team from the previous match, Ziggs from Last Survivor R2K! An explosive fist bump right there. So anyway, Ziggs, second time your team is up on stage. Second time in a row, chicken dinner. 16 kills, 16 eliminations compared to 10 eliminations in the previous game. Second chicken dinner, how do you feel? Do you feel good? After that first win, did you make any adjustments in terms of your playstyle?
Rasa macam apa tu luck circle.
Oh, okay, luck circle.
Lepas tu bila dalam circle kecil tu kita orang apa tu stick, kita orang berkumpul dekat-dekat untuk apa tu defend tempat.
So they played very defensively in terms of how they played out. They basically played in a way that benefited their playstyle. Now let's talk a little bit about the final few circles, right? Let's talk a little bit about strategy, game plan. When you were coming into the game, into the second game, were you guys planning to go aggressive, or did you guys just want to play around the circle? Was positioning more important, or were you actively looking for frags?
Kita orang lebih main masuk tengah, circle. Lepas tu defend lah.
Simple answer. Circle priority and defense. That is how they got their chicken dinner. And it seems that we've got so much action for you lined up. If you want to see more of Last Survivor R2K and Ziggs, and if you're wondering whether or not Last Survivor could be the only team in the past 5 days to secure that third chicken dinner in a row, you gotta stay tuned and find out. To see more of Ziggs, to see more of Last Survivor R2K, stay tuned to PMPL 2020 as we get into Game 3. We'll see you in a bit.
Singapore. Hello guys, my name is Mohamed Fazil and my agent is H2O Art. I'm 23 years old this year and my role for this team is support.
Hello, my name is Kevin Lee. My IGN is H2O YKV, YoKev. I'm 26 this year and my role for this team is Scout.
Hi, my name is Lukman. My IGN is H2O Pengu. I'm 21 this year and my role is Fragger.
Hi, my name is Mohamed Faiz. My IGN is H2O Kagura. I'm 24 this year. My role is Captain.
H2O was only formed quite recently, about 3 months. And for the past 3 months, we have been playing together often to improve our gameplay together.
For the preparation for the PMPL, we be prepared to play every night with Malaysian team. So yeah, every day we play scrims like custom room with them. So to like less pressure, so we won't be like scared enough because we know that they are very strong teams.
3 weeks away from home is really good for us. A bit pressured because it's our first offline tournament overseas, but we have so much we want to learn and experience for this competition. Really, it's very exciting for us. We're really looking forward to everything that's going on.
Mentally prepared for this tournament. To be honest, I don't think we are prepared, but it's a good thing for us because this is a new venture for us, a new exposure, the matches, the environment, the pressure especially. That's a good thing for us.
What I want to say to other teams is, the Malaysia team is team secret, that we really want to fight them and we want to contest them in other maps, that we can try them and tell them that don't look down on us.
To all the audience and mostly our supporters of Team H2O, we're here now, we're moving up, we want to do you proud. Let's go.
For our team chemistry, I would like just to say that all members are really good at communicating. So for example, like one of us will be like getting down, knocked down. So the other members will be automatically cover or save him. They will know what to do.
So for my team who die, the first one will be YoKev, because he's our scout to scout around the map to see if got enemies ahead or not. Yeah. Of course we appreciate his death because we know that enemy will be there and it will give us more info so that we can change our direction to next zone to keep the enemies.
Who's our mood maker? Definitely our team captain Kagura. When we were down, he brings us all back up. He encourages the best of us, especially when we're bad time in the game or we're losing a lot. He's the one who's there to keep us up, really.
how does we feel about Singapore playing this PMPL for the first time. We feel really happy, and we feel new exposure, new things, new environment, new stuff for us. So yeah, we try to make our country proud and our supporters. Our goals is to accomplish something big. So yeah, we take part this PMPL to achieve our goal there.
Is there any issue for me to keep playing PUBG? No, because my parents do support me being in this competition, despite them not liking me playing games too much, and they even sent me to the airport this morning.
How do we feel against playing with Malaysian teams? We feel honored actually, because we know that they are very strong team. So we feel like this is a better opportunity for us to be a better player against these strong teams. Yeah, we really looking forward to it.
We're back with PUBG Mobile Pro League Malaysia and Singapore 2020 as we bring you the action live from IO Esports Arena Kuala Lumpur. Here's a huge thank you to our host Tencent Games, PUBG Corporation, Lightspeed, and Quantum Studios. And you're watching this live on Facebook Gaming, our official live streaming partner for the PMPL 2020. So far, we've seen plenty of games go by really fast, but we know you guys have been craving for more action, so we cut the break a little bit shorter just to get it to you a little bit quicker.
Just now, last survivor. Wow.
Wow.
2 in a row. 2 in a row.
History been made here. We know a lot of teams kind of got themselves more than 2 chicken dinners like in the same day, or probably throughout the whole tournament. But having it 2 times in a row, speaking of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And they even took it away from the kings of the previous map, Geek Fam as well. What a way to get that 2 in a row, right?
It's like a statement at this point. The question is, 3?
Times the charm? Are we jinxing it?
Whoa. 3 in a row. 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Let's see if, honestly, I do want to see if Last Survivor is able to pull it off, because that's going to be like a huge, like, okay, you get your mood booster from the first win. You get a bigger mood booster for the second win. You get a third one, that's a huge statement to the rest of these teams, because that means that they're going to shoot up the standings significantly because of that.
If they get the third one, they'll be like, okay, my drop, I'm done.
We're out for the day. We don't need to play anymore.
I'm just trying to find a lot of survival players to look at their expression right now. It looks so calm and like, yeah, we're going to get third one for sure. You know, that kind of
the
expression.
confidence.
Yeah, but because, like you said, they literally made a big statement of that. Like, what you do? What VIP? What? Resurgence? Where?
They're just target practice at this point. The confidence!
Ouchies. But then again, looking back at Yoodo today, overall, haven't been doing too great for them. They need to step up to the play here in the next map.
What happened to them? Exactly, because they don't seem to be anywhere in the last few circles. I think they're quite out early from the game.
I will say the scrimmage game, little sad. Second game, that one again a little unfortunate. That third game though, I do think they got a little sloppy. I'm not gonna lie, it felt a little bit that way because again, you get knocked down from afar. They turn back to try and save their teammate. They've done it before during day one. The one game that they played bad was trying to save their teammate. I think at a certain point you have to call the situation and be like, "Sorry, bro, but I'm out."
The door's that way.
One tier, yeah,
The door's
one
that
tier.
way.
I'm out, bro. I'll see you again.
But then again, I've talked to some couple of teams and I did ask them what happened to Yoodo GANK. Apparently they're like, the mood is not so well there, but you know there's always Fredo to cheer everything up. Well, speaking of the devil, he's just in front of the camera here. Now look at that, they're kind of like having this very intense conversation going on with the team.
Yep, speaking about mood, yes, it does play a role in terms of it when it comes to like these long games. It can be long day, it's a league. Mood does play a bit of a part there. And Unbeatable Gaming, FB Unbeatable Gaming, well, they do have good chemistry there. We can see that because of their good mood. Just look at them. Afad being the joker of the team, they're just cheering each other up, and it does show in their gameplay today.
Definitely agree. I can't with Afad. How can you ever not be entertained by what he does on camera? Oh no. Oh, no. Here we go.
Yeah!
That's a classic. That is a classic.
That's teamwork. Yeah, you have to have a lot of chemistry to do that.
Absolutely. And let's see here. Looks like last survivor. All eyes will be on them, definitely. And now the high five, fist bumps, and hopefully no dabbing goes out. And that's just a signal that we will be starting really, really soon.
Yep, you guys have been waiting for your fix all this time. I know you're starting to get that cold turkey feeling, shaky hands, cold shoulders, cold feet in your toes, but we're going to get into it real soon. I think, we have to keep an eye out for these teams who have the biggest moods because, again, if Yoodo Gang is so affected by the moods, teams like Geek, who consistently place within the top 3, will start to take over if they don't get a hot day soon.
And they're a bit sloppy today. And Bapak at the same time is going off from the charge too. So everybody's like trying to keep top now at this point. And we do know the ones that are actually on the second page today. It's a blessing day.
Yeah.
I guess we are the blessed cast now. It doesn't work when you bless and you curse, right?
There's only one way to find out. You want to test this out now or later?
No, please no, not now. Because things are doing great for those actually on the second page. They are actually trying to climb up here, and the ones that actually topping off the chart slowly climbing down as well.
I think this, honestly, I think it's really, really good. And the bigger teams, EVOS, Yoodo Gang, Geek Fan, Bapak, again, they are trying their very best to maintain their top position. However, teams like EVOS and Yoodo Gang not exactly doing too well. EVOS in particular, I think, is interesting because, a lot of people are giving them flack for being in the tournament in itself. But we're just going to have to wait and see. I think they've got a lot to prove as we go into El Clasico Erangel.
Ooh, the green lights are out and it's straight on my face. I can't stop myself from saying that, but back into the flight path here. Is it gonna favor most of a team or will be another Sanhok military base one? Because we've seen earlier today, it was really, really a horrible circle to begin for the day 5.
Well, in terms of flight path itself, it's okay. It's only the circle that wasn't so kind, especially for our first 2 games of the day. Well, we'll be able to see here whether it's a troll again from the PUBG Mobile gods. Well, it'll be very interesting to see. And now, hopping onto the map, looks like the flight path.
What the
Gotcha,
Okay.
trolling. And look at that. It's straight down in the south. It's not even stable at this point. The flight path, those are actually at Savannah. Luckily, Rose Esports is not playing today. If not, they will be crying just to climb up to Savannah.
We also want to thank our observers for making this possible. They're getting really close to that 100 mark, especially Zai. Look at him, he's already at 78. He's getting real close to the 100.
But then Observer Director is also getting a lot of numbers. There's no
Oh,
way you
that's
can
true.
cut- you can't cut that.
That's true. He's almost near 300. We'll call it out when it happens, but I think it's time to play that game. Rate that flight path. I'd say this is like a 3 out of 10.
Well, talking about the flight path, military base looks like no one is going for it. Maybe Last Survivor may go to Novo, but
surprising.
interestingly, no one is actually onto military base at this point. If Last Survivor knows and they look around and they make a good guess, they could probably have this entire Southern Island all to themselves, and the circle will come out very, very soon. We'll want to see whether the circle actually throws the team. And
I didn't say that. It was Cloud.
well, I'm sorry, but everyone just needs to have a little bit of challenge here and there.
Oh.
I think we really need to put the Mud Toys frame right at the entrance today.
Yeah, I think we need to get a printout at some point. Oh, man. Okay, guys. I think we didn't get to rate the flight path just now, but let's rate the circle. What do you guys think? I would say out of the previous one, I would say this is not as bad as some of the as the previous circle. I'd give it like a 4 out of 10.
I can't even.
That's
4
still
out of
below
10.
average.
It is below average. Don't get me wrong, it does suck, but it doesn't suck compared to the previous Erangel circle.
Because it has more land, that's it.
Exactly. That's literally the only reason.
Imagine those things to drop from the south of a map, like example Novo, we see Last Survivor, but they're gonna rotate very late here. Maybe it's a blessing.
Yeah, maybe it's a blessing indeed. And now looks like Last Survivor, they will have this entire island all to themselves. I see Gideon there. He
was saying, I don't think so. He kind of
He want to disagree.
agreed to disagree.
Because, okay, here's the thing. Towards the northern side of the map, the landscape really is a lot more different compared to the center and as well as the open areas that we usually get. Shooting range does take up a lot of that area. However, I do think playing center circle here might actually be beneficial considering how much land there is. Plus, there are plenty of structures to kind of hide behind and choke points to really catch people off. So if you're playing for outer circle and the circle just says no, I don't know. I don't feel like it's the best, especially considering the circumstance of the circle.
Well, I don't blame them because apparently they dropped by Novo before the circle actually appeared on the map. So they were expecting the circle to be a little bit centralized. They expect to be up north there, right around shooting range.
Well, one thing I noticed when everyone started to drop is that no one actually went for Pachinki the last that the map was shown. So that was a little bit interesting for me. Like, why not Pachinki? Why not anyone at all? Oh, but Alpha looks like he's in trouble there. 10% life more. He needs to get away. Get away real far because Iron Pro has his sights on you.
He just needs one more burst. One more bullet would have taken Alpha. Now he makes it out of there. Woo!
I don't want Alpha to die. That guy is so nice and super fun to talk to. He's a nice guy overall, you know.
I can imagine, man. Just this personality alone. Just like, how can you not feel sad? Feel happy around him?
And how can you like want him to go up from the game? He's a real nice guy and he's always happy all the time. He's the mood setter in this arena itself. But back to the game, XP Dylan. Can it be Expert NY game now? Because we saw how the Last Survivor arrived from the dead. Maybe these teams that actually on the second page will make a return. Team NoRecoil on the other hand just managed to get H2O just now, right? If I'm not mistaken, Kagura being knocked.
Yeah, Kagura being knocked out. I feel a little bit of sadness there looking at H2O again, losing one of their team members very early on. They really need some kind of thing to really like bring their mood up, at least a good placement. Hopefully with the remaining 3 members, they are able to do that.
It's going to be tough, but not the best start for H2O, but we know that they can survive it out and really pull through. We can also see that ESG coming in from George Pool, trying to head towards the northern side, towards shooting range. Are they going to hold George Pool for now before they decide to rotate out?
Well, they can if they want, because apparently it's kind of an easy journey from a Jogo Pool straight up to north and shooting range, or maybe just drop by Zaki if they want to loot more. But Zaki loot is not that great, so maybe just camp it out a bit. That will be okay too. Back to Dingoz on the other hand, they are still in Jogo Pool as well, but a little bit on the side of the east, so that's why they didn't bump into the other team just now. I think they'll be okay. It's kind of still in the circle. You don't want to rotate way too fast in the middle because everybody just happened to be there at the same time.
Well, one of the things that the teams can actually still do is that they could just barricade the bridge, because technically everyone will pass through the bridge onto Jogopool, especially, or the bridge just beside Jogopool. Or yeah, these are the higher possibilities as compared to the side of Yasnaya. I don't think that will be much possibility there. So the bridge onto Jogopool, that could probably be a possibility there.
There's also a chance that maybe passing by for Rosshawk is also an option, kind of in the middle, and you can just swim throughout that river. It's not that big, but yeah, a bit risky, but yeah, it's kind of in the middle of the circle as well. That's the fastest path to cut through there.
Yeah, but let's look at the total damage here from ESG Gaming. Botax here, he's already got 8 kills in his bag. And again, 1.2k, so you know that he is a kill confirmer. Once you're down, he's going to take you out. But coming back to, the roadblock strategies that, we've seen previously, I don't think a lot of teams are adapting it now because vehicles are that much more important in open areas. And now with that, they've utilized it as cover. Wasting a vehicle to block a road might hurt them.
Oh, it may be just making sure there's no vehicle. I've seen this before in the Southeast Asia qualifiers back then. When, everybody on your team got vehicles, right? And you saw another vehicle just aside of the road. So you just blow them up to deny mobility for the other teams as well. That's quite smart. At the same time, making sure everybody rotates a little bit late and you can actually just fit them off when they try to get into the circle next.
Yeah, I think that actually works as well, definitely. But now looking at the map, we do see here that FV Unbeatablle, they have opponents just in front of them. But so far, both sides respecting each other. Don't expect any big engagements for now. Plenty of loot for everyone, so everyone can just stay calm.
Yes, Naya looks to be the battleground between both FV as well as Impunity. So far, FV has been placing pretty high, so there is the odds are a little bit in FV's favor for now, considering that they have been securing themselves pretty high positions. But let's look at the map as the next circle will be determined once the blue catches up. Bapak a little bit late passing through Mansion. However, RSG, FV, Impunity, and 21, which is Bosskurr as well, and Squad 13 as well, right under them, which is Resurgence, are all within the same place on the eastern side of the map.
Well, at the same time, we do see that Yoodo can already place himself right in the middle of the circle, just above Rosehawk there, but is it wise to just place yourself way too soon? Resurgence, on the other hand, will be rotating a bit late, like you said. Well, attacking a blue for a bit, but Bapak, are they trying to engage against another team here, which is Team Bosskurr. But we do know when it comes to middle range and close range combat, Bapak is really good handling it.
It looks like Andreni is being really careful here to pick up Bapak Trinity just in case. This is very early. It's a first phase circle, so he can actually go for the revive as well as heal himself in time before the circle tries to kill him. So really well done. That just means Bosskurr. It just means that Bosskurr is going to have 2 casualties and going to be at a 2-man disadvantage for the rest of this game.
Yep, and now moving on to Yoodo Gang. Looks like they will come into contact with another team here. Axis. Oh, and now Yoodo Manpara now goes down and comes out from his vehicle. Manpara tried to get that view on, but then again, his opponents, EVOS, looks like they will get away and try to secure that placement points.
Oh, there's also just Axis in front of them. Yoodo versus EVOS. But they kind of respect each other's territory, but just pre-fire for a bit and then just go a different literally different ways they're parting themselves. Well, on the other hand, they really need to change that Dacia very soon, because if they bomb into Axis right now for EVOS VIP, they will have themselves a big blown up car with the rest of members turned into the box very soon.
Now, let's have a look over at Impunity here as they are going up against EVOS, or at least passing by EVOS real quick. We'll see if EVOS decides to take some shots. The US is probably not going to be the first, but they're quickly turning it around, going up to the higher ground. I'm guessing that somebody decided to take a shot. Yoodo gang on the other side. Let's see how they take this situation.
Yep, let's see how they tank this situation. Now the stats come out for Fredo, 23 kills, 3.7k total damage. That's quite a savage there.
6 headshot.
I'm just surprised with the total damage compared to that kill count. He's also a kill confirmer. We're getting a lot of kill confirmer profiles here.
Oh, apparently those who actually in Yoodo and Bapak and also Secret are all, well, kills, everything, points, damage, everything hogged by them. But back into Impunity, they are actually going to be in contact with Yoodo very soon. And they happen to pass by EVOS, but they didn't engage and just kind of brush each other's presence there. But back to Yoodo, do they really want to take up the challenge against Impunity now?
I think they can, only because, you know, the landscape helps them, and they also have structure. They're just trying to identify, it's like, is there anybody in the structure? Looks like there's nobody, and they look like they want to hold down the fort for now, because again, the landscape, not that great. There's plenty of vegetation around, but do you really want to take a fight there in comparison to the structure where there is that safety? And plus, still, 16 teams are alive.
Oh, that's quite true. But back working with Terrans, the Terrans here with Last Survival again. Last Survival again. They are hogging to this peak of a mountain. We know how good they are when it comes to playing the Terrans, and they try to just play it one more time.
Yep, they do. They are hogging these terrains really well. They do know their opponents on the other side, but at the same time, H2O is just right in front of them. They do know Steelhearts, but H2O just below them, whereby Steelhearts, if they move a muscle, they'll be found out. So looks like Steelheart, well, they are 2 people. You don't want to go against a group of 4, that's for sure. Steelheart may just want to hang on to this.
Yeah, they're taking some sniper shots here to kind of whittle them down, but for now, it's still pretty tough. However, you have to notice that, you know, the rest of the team of Last Survivors are trying to keep under oppression so they can get those sniper shots early on. Wait a minute. They're taking pot shots. Look at this circle.
This is not great for those actually in the shooting range. They're predicted wrong, and this is very deceiving because EVOS is quite happy they are very close. There's only 4 teams actually in the circle right now. Yoodo are kind of in a panic mode. They are trying to re-engage or disengage now, I'm not sure, because the rest of the team just Bill Jumper, who happens to be still hogging to this vicinity by himself.
I would like to know what the thought process here for letting Jumper. I think they just want him to gain information before they come back around to pick him up. And now Impunity and Resurgence will bump into each other on their vehicles so far. Volky, on the other hand, he's going to be a straggler here. He's been tipped over. You know what that means. Mad Max fight!
Oh, this is just unfortunate for Volky. They're just gonna do this torture, going around in merry-go-round, and Impunity will finish him off, make a big U-turn, and then, they can actually just leave him be, and he might get picked up by the rest of the team and revive back up, but then never mind. Y2K, on the other hand, will be the next victim here.
Yes, next victim, and maybe Small Boy as well. No one there to actually save him, and now Yoodo Gang is actually coming in closely. Yoodo Gang cooks the grenade. Drax here cooks the grenade. He will release it very, very shortly. Oh, it explodes mid-air. Oh my god, what a waste of grenade there.
He's a shaft now, cooking the grenade way too long. But on the other side, Manparan trying to get on the little bit side of this vision, but Drag's being punished instead. They try to get the heads on to Impunity, but so hard to relocate their position with that hill really disturbing their vision entirely.
Yep, they're going to have to play around this Impunity up against Jaeger. Goes down. Mapara is going around to secure the kills. However, he does get knocked down by Vex. Going over to Jumper here. He needs to kind of reset, but Fredo coming in with a very aggressive play. He comes, knocks him out. Yoodo have finally got their first squad wipe. here today. Impunity is eliminated.
5 kills in total, 2 men knocked, but it's okay for them. No teams actually nearby, but they need to be fast. They need to revive and replenish and make sure reset everything before advance to another place, which gonna be nearby team XPERT and NY walk into their territory again.
Oh, Yoodo, they were really lucky there, I would say. Fredo coming in just at the right time, just to wipe out the entire team of their opponents there. Good thing, oh man, it was just such a close call.
Now last survivor still hugging to this terrain, hoping it would be a miracle play once more. They got themselves 2 chicken dinner in a row, which never happened in this tournament just yet. But look at this, Team NoRecoil will be forced to stay in the blue and not to advance furthermore from where they are.
I honestly like the position of Last Survivors right now. They are abusing this because this is a very versatile piece of landscape where even if someone comes from behind, they really have to be very close if they want to go for the punish. But let's look over to FV as well as Bosskurr here. Again, remember, they did take 2 casualties, so taking on FV is going to be a little tough, especially since they do have the numbers.
Yup, they have 3 more seconds to just disengage from this and move themselves into the safe zone, because we do both know that they are not gonna doing great, coming late in there, getting too low just to rotate the circle very last minute and being taken down, wiped out by another team who's gonna be the third party.
Correct. Now just looking at the circle here, it looks like no teams are going to do the gatekeep. Maybe Bapak, but doesn't look like it as well. All teams will need to get onto this island. Only a couple of teams more before we have all the teams on the island. We still see that FV, they are still on the other side. They are not moving quick as the other teams. Interesting strategy there. Want to be the last one to go in.
Oh, but wait for it. VIP Putra just managed to pin one down. We do know school is one of the fortress of VIP, so they know this place more than anybody else. This is where they're born for VIP. Every single time Erangel is always this vicinity they're hogging for.
Yeah, and they are taking a very interesting position here by the shack. They know that Dingoz are on the opposite side. However, the inner compound of school is under control over Axis, so they can't really commit to anything. There are teams literally all around them, but VIP Putra quickly gets on top. He does see Axis. No way! He's sitting down! He gets hit by the first sniper shot. He realizes, oh no, my position's compromised. I gotta get out. And again, H2O is gonna be the first to get knocked out.
The moment he thought he got the right angle, it's just being denied entirely by another team just across the map. But school, on the other hand, is a really strong place for a defense with so much structure to work with. But then ESG has to just march up against EVOS, and now they even hear random Kuza finish up everybody else with that micro Uzi to finish off with that vehicle coming in. That's just dumb struck, taken down by EVOS VIP.
Oh, ESG was nasty there to just get into the faces and getting those kills there. Oh my goodness. And now they have a couple of vehicles there. They may secure this place as their fortress for now until we see the next circle. And now we do see that Yoodo gang as well as Expert MY, they're in the same compound.
Oh, that was great. 2 knockdowns with a car, and they were like, if that wasn't enough, we're gonna take you out with a full-on push. Looks like they aren't afraid. Let's look at Yoodo gang right now as they will go and deal with Expert MY just across in the other town. Axis still in school. However, you know, both sides still trying to figure out what's going on. Resurgence going to be knocked out next, as well as Geek Fam. Okay, whoa.
2 teams in a row now at the same time, but ESG, they're trying to just get into EVOS VIP next under their radar. But just now, Last Survivor will be engaged as well. Will they not manage to get their third chicken dinner in a row now?
Oh, it's going to be a tough ask, but I think we give him some time and see how the last circle pans out, honestly. Sir Cloud, thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's still anyone's game at this point. It is... Oh, but now, look at the kills. Looks like Last Survivor, they are in trouble there. Oh, man. We can hear the screams here from the teams. It's just going nuts for them.
Oh, cooking up the Nick. Drax waiting for the right time to toss it in. Expert, he knows. Oh, Simbi being knocked. Is this a bumper car game now? Everybody just use UAZs to just crash everybody else's territory?
Oh no, wait, look. Based on the kill feed, we can see that Team NoRecoil is trying to deal with Last Survivors. They haven't been entirely knocked out yet, but again, we do see the knockdowns are continuously happening. Not knowing what exactly the situation is until we pan over them, but so far, this stalemate between Axis, XP, as well as Yoodo, pretty interesting.
Oh, but there you go. Last survivor Moscoco. They're still not being wiped out yet. There's still a little bit of hope for the next round. Chicken Dinner, but kind of low in man now. They only have last Ichong. We know how good last Ichong is.
Especially with the nades. Like, you have to give it to him. That's the specialty.
That's his signature there is. But Team NoRecoil still no Chicken Dinner on their hands yet. And they're trying to get it for once. Stewart, we know he's a very experienced and veteran player as well. But at the same time, Axis just happened to march in here with also Dingoz at the side, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, they're slowly going to come. Bapak holding the station for now. Steel Hearts. Oh, they're still in it to win it. They still have all 4 of their members, but this is the hill everybody wants. Dingoz right on the top. Ichong coming in from the right, and they are going for some guerrilla warfare. Yoodo blow up that Dacia with more members, more firepower. Really nice kill there.
Absolutely nice. Now Drax, they managed to secure themselves at a good position, but then again, you need the trees that can protect the Ichong. Still holding on. Oh, Ichong kills after kills coming out. Ichong being the last survivor of his member. He'll need to hold on, but then again, he is in the blue circle. First aid kit will be popped out, and he will need to hang on for his team.
I don't think it's gonna be enough. You only have 2 med kits left, and it's already in the 5th phase of the circle. Archik just being bombarded there, and the rest of the team is advancing towards him at the same time. Yoodo is doing so great, but there you go. Last survivor is out from the game. They just placed themselves at number 11th for now. No more Chicken Dinner for them.
That's a little unfortunate here, but Yoodo in the middle. They want to get closer towards the inner circle just in case. However, they still have Squad 9 just behind them. FV Unbeatablle, the last member, is making sure that they're trying to take them out, but Team NoRecoil seems to be like they're on fire right now.
Yeah, they're on fire, they're burning right now, but also the blue circle will burn the other teams if they don't get into it quickly at this point. We do see here now, looks like Yoodo again, they're in a good position. The rest of them, they're closer to each other.
But they're quite out in the open. We do see Bapak are trying to just get from the flanks. On the other hand, Team NoRecoil are doing really well. Look at it, after one, there will be another one. Abby, just really close. He's actually standing. What was he thinking? Loyu is a free kill. Free frags from the side of Axis. They are literally crying for help. Only 1 man left for Team Axis right now.
Really well done. Two, yeah. But really well done to Stuart 9K there, because he was actually pre-aiming, making sure that, okay, I'm going to guess that he's going to drop down here. It's really hard to see from the observer's perspective exactly what was going on, but the moment you're crouched out and you're getting shot, you don't have a lot of mobility, so you actually have to get up and start running to reposition there. And the moment he landed the shots, he knew, oh, he's prone, I got to commit to this spray.
I kind of stopped for a bit there when you saw that he stand up, and that's like 1 second of hesitation to re-prone him. But Axis, they are being bombarded and being surrounded by Bapak. That's another 10 kills marked there by another team just now. There go 2-3 teams in a row. Still Hearts is doing so well this time.
Yes, Still Hard is actually impressing in this round. I'm very sure, and we can all see that from the kill feed. At the same time, we do see here Yoodo still holding on to their same position just behind the stone. They do have a vehicle with them which is not blown up yet, and that's a little bit of a risk here. But then again, we do see Dingoz here moving on from the other angle. Manparang coming out with the smokes. They will need to hang on to this position.
Oh, Axis, there's no way out. There's so many teams actually cornered them, and in the front and the back as well as the flanks. Bapak are tricks on the other end, trying to toss the nade on a Gigi. He still didn't manage to land it, but will it be? A little bit too late for the tossing. If only the nade cook a little bit shorter of time.
Yeah, that's a little bit awkward there, but hopefully Bapak, he's got another grenade. He's gonna land this one. Hopefully, he's gonna land this one. Oh, he quickly throws a Molotov on the right side, so it forces GG to maintain. The only way he can run out is through the left. He shoots out the tires to give himself some protection, but Dingoz again in a very dominant position. However, Trixie is finally down. They spotted him out.
But who actually spotted him now? It's actually Dingoz advancing from the left side there. And we do see Yoodo is also just around the corner. Bapak are trying to give as much support as he can, but it's kind of a tough spot. Quite out in the open with this terrain not helping them. At the same time, advancing forward is Team NoRecoil.
Yes, Axis has been eliminated and sent back to the lobby. And now Bapak they are only 2 2 more members left. Trix will not make it here, and now we are down to circle 6, which will come to circle number 7 very, very soon. Romeo in between everyone. The moment we see it, he
Romeo
goes down to
must die.
Razor.
It's just a Romeo must die moment. We shouldn't jinx him.
Oh, that's really, really unfortunate here. But this is surprising because XPERT now is going to be taken out. However, it is phase 6 and there's still 6 teams alive and 16 members. You can see how cramped that map is.
Oh yeah, absolutely cram. You wouldn't want to be into this moment because the circle is just so small that no one is in at this point. Jenny probably sees Dingoz on the other side, but not going to take the shot here because Jenny will not want to review his position. He's not really in a good position at this point. No smokes, it seems.
He can actually shot it just now, just underneath his crosshair, on point as well. But he just don't want to expose himself way too early because they have no clue how many teams behind. But Gigi just exposed himself at the same time. They took the advantage of this, but Team NoRecoil kind of exposed themselves at the same time to Bapak. They are going at a 3-way warfare here.
Yeah, this is a really awkward stalemate situation, especially since it is a slope as well. Team NoRecoil playing for outer circle. It is beneficial. However, Bapak finally find the most annoying player so far that's been really putting a lot of pressure on them. They take down Stewart 9K, and now only Loyu is left, but he is getting shot on down. Yoodo are taking on ESG right now. They do trade 1-for-1 in terms of knockdowns, but again, this is very, very effective. He tries to get to the US, and Drax takes him out. As soon as he gets out, he's going to throw a grenade to try and secure the kill. That vehicle probably will blow up. Yoodo with 10 kills. Bravo, the last one. He sees him. He gets him down, but he goes prone just before the last bullet connects. However, somebody else is going to take him out.
Oh, EVOS has eyes on Yoodo now. Drax, he will need to get into a good position because now Fredo is right in front of him. Fredo will go for it. Fredo, will he wait? Yes, he will still wait at this point. He will loot one of it. Oh, that was quite a close call there.
And now Fredo trying to advance and get on Bapak, but Loyu just now being eliminated straight away, placing themselves at 4th placement with Bapak finishing them at the last minute. The EVOS on the other end still in the game, but look at this spread by Yoodo gang, making sure they're covering all possible angles and the sectors of this circle.
They're playing this last circle really well. They have more vegetation on their side, so the trees are helping with the cover. Bapak hiding behind one tree is not going to be very helpful here, especially since EVOS is on the opposite side of the map. And you can see EVOS slowly crawling in towards the center. They do see Bapak. However, the real threat is Yoodo on the other side. They just want to get those kills. EVOS Razor does take out 6 right now. And now Trixie, all by his lonesome self, needs to hold on and pray that Yoodo turn their eyes and their sights onto EVOS.
Oh, now EVOS may want to go for the 2nd placement, not showing themselves too early. But yes, Yoodo does have 4 team members, and now they will take out Putra. Looks like now Putra goes down. Razor is the only one left together with Trix, and there's now a 3-team left, ladies and gentlemen, but only 2 members for the other teams. Yoodo still has a complete team, and explosion from Fredo taking out Razor, and now it's down to Trix.
And Trix is just 1 versus 1 against Fredo. That's a nice recall control on Fredo, making sure they got their chicken dinner finally for Yoodo gang today.
Really, really clean there coming in from Yoodo gang at that final point. They played it super, super well, but you also have to kind of give it to the luck of Bapak, who was hoping that EVOS would go down first, and they did, netting them some extra points, being in 2nd place.
Well, this is the moment that Yoodo waited, that moment that just gives them that motivation through getting this chicken dinner. They must feel really relieved now.
They really need to boost up their morale. And we know how the mood just now was not so great for Yoodo gang, and that last getting pulled out by Fredo himself. He played solo along the way, if I'm not mistaken, just now, right?
Yeah, and you know, that must have been a really suffocating position, if you know what I mean, because that last circle just, it didn't really care about who it was favoring. It really just cared about who can control the most amount of space, and Yoodo identified, realizes, okay, 3 teams, based on the process of elimination, we know that one of those teams either have 3 people to 1, 2 to 2, or 1 to 3. Either way, we're in pretty good position.
Yes, absolutely. And we did see from a panning angle just now, we did see how Yoodo actually spread out. It's like almost everyone just hugged to a tree and then take those positions. All eyes just in front and covers everything. That was absolutely brilliant.
That heal was really, really hard to play, but in case you guys missed it, we're gonna recap a bit, going into the highlight and see what happened from the start till the late game just now.
And starting us off, you know, again, terrible flight path, terrible circle, like a combination of those two things. You really see the difference when Matoy is in and out of the game. You know what I'm saying here?
It's just, one of those is just everything is terrible for the circle, specifically in Erangel.
Yeah.
Oh, just look at his Voki being overturned here, and Voki being this is just unfortunate for him that he's been overturned. He cannot do much, and free kill for his opponents there.
I think he's being bullied entirely with that car flipped and then ramping them out of that car as well. But Yoodo, they're holding this ground quite well. They were playing a little bit risky by advancing way too fast. Almost lost the whole team, but luckily the backup is quite on point, on time here, saving the rest of the team.
Yeah, and Yoodo, they played a very interesting game overall. I think that the closest fight that they had was against Impunity, and I think this was a make it or break it for them, because if they didn't win this fight, they were out for sure. But gaining this position allowed them later, whether they realize it or not, later into the game, definitely netted them the win.
And one more thing, I noticed Fredo is like on fire. He's wild. He just keep on charging. And usually he's the Overwatch or the one that keep the support role intact and making sure that he covers everybody. But this time around, he's the one who's just fragged in and whatever. I just want to kill everybody and I don't care about my life anymore.
Yeah, it's as if like someone released him from his chains. Like, okay, the chains are unlocked here. Okay, Fredo, go do your thing, and that definitely benefited them the most.
I definitely feel like this is one of those moments where you haven't even seen his final form!
Oh, you just had to just say it out loud there.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
But just now, Team NoRecoil, I was hoping they managed to get finally their first chicken dinner because they are doing great this game. But just happened to be catch a little bit too late into the circle and were forced to stay in the blue, and there's like too many teams surrounding them.
And this is just numbers. This is just a numbers game. We do see here Fredo. This is a brilliant play there. And of course, down to 1 versus 4. Well, we all know the ending.
Yeah. In the end, a little bit of luck coming into Bapak. Unfortunately, EVOS was going to be the first one to get knocked out. But Bapak on the other side is like, yes, I got some extra points. But let's look at the standings here. Last Survivors still on top with 68 points, 27 kills, 23 kills, and 52 points for Geek fam. Yoodo Gang has shot right up with 42 points, 20 kills. Team NoRecoil, who have been getting quite a number of kills that game, 23 kills, 36 points. And then Dingoz, 14 kills, 34 points.
Yep, and then followed by Bapak Esports 33 points, EVOS VIP 30 points, and FV Unbeatablle still maintaining themselves in page 1 with 25 points.
Wow, that's a lot of point difference there just on the third game today from 1st to 8th place. That's like, what, 40 points overall. It's a lot of catching up to do, especially those actually on the bottom 16, which going to be now. Axis climbed themselves this time at 9th placement, 24 points. Resurgence and ESG Gaming respectively at 10th and 11th. And ESG tied with still hot Esport. I thought they were doing great a bit, but kind of out there.
Met the wrong adversary at the wrong time. Then Steelhearts, 6 kills, 17 points. XPERT MY, 3 kills, 13 points. Impunity, 9 points. Team H2O, 5 points. And Team Bosskurr at 4 points.
I do notice the last moment for the chicken dinner just now, right? If only Fredo missed one bullet, it will be the reverse totally, because it was he's actually on his last clip of HP as well.
That is true.
If he missed it, then he missed the chicken dinner. That's, like you said, very suffocating position he's playing in.
Yep, but now moving on to the overall match stats. Damn Rude topping the charts, 12 kills there with ZYKZ, 12 kills as well. Ainauki 9 kills, San 9 kills, and Stewart 98 kills. No Yoodo in sight.
Surprisingly, usually the one who wins the chicken dinner will get themselves in the stats here, but that kill distance, the micro Uzi again.
Mike, yeah. It's one of those situations, but I think just give it some time. I think Yoodo are just a little bit behind within 7th place with like 6 to maybe even 7 kills, so that's why they're not there just yet. But there's still plenty of games to go. There's still 3 more games before the end of today, so there's plenty of time to catch up for a lot of these teams. But we have to talk about Team NoRecoil because they had a really bad day yesterday. They're looking much better now.
Yeah, they're looking much better now. Glad that glad that they managed to move up slowly but surely. But then again, last survivor, they still maintained themselves. So that's pretty good for them so far.
It's slowly climbing. I wouldn't say like they are rushing or whatsoever, but last survivor they still managed to get themselves almost at top 10, 11th place. Kind of fallen from the crown twice and then just go back to the bottom. I think they need to stay constantly where they are, at least at top 5, if they really want to go into the qualifiers next. It's kind of hard with all these big teams. Sometimes they're hot and cold, downs and ups and downs again. But I kind of get like Yoodo is kind of angry now and might just go hurrah all the way after this.
I don't know. They seem a little wild, I'm not gonna lie, but again, they are mechanically inclined, so they are getting away with a lot more things than they should have, and we did see in the highlights. Again, that 50-50 against ESG, really, really risky overall. Any last thoughts?
Any hesitation from Fredo during that last charge would definitely flip everything over, but good thing, this is the confidence that they have now, and they will definitely bring this in on to the next round.
I want to see Team NoRecoil with chicken once.
Once? Oh,
Today.
Alright, don't worry about it. But let's have a talk with the winners of today's games before we move on. Nick the Hound Harris, Dogeman, it is your turn. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 games, we have concluded and reached here in the main stage of the PUBG Mobile Professional League Malaysia and Singapore 2020. I'm your host, Hound Dogman, and everything is great, everything is sunny on this beautiful, beautiful weekend. Anyway, Last Survivor R2K was the only team that was able to take away 2 chicken dinners in a row. However, it was a Yoodo gang that was the villain in that situation to deny that 3rd chicken dinner away from Last Survivor R2K. With that being said, with 3 winner chicken dinners in their pockets and a total eliminations of 14, let us welcome from Yoodo gang onto the stage, Drax! All right, now the interview is going to be a little bit different, mainly because that while some of the other teams were busy going through stats, going through relevant gameplay strategies, the team members of Yoodo Gang were discussing aliens, the Illuminati, and all kinds of crazy stuff. So with that being said, you guys came in, when you guys went up, there was big laughs, big smiles. Was strategy at all discussed, or was it just fun times?
Ada masa kita discuss strategi dulu, habis strategi benda lain dah, mengarut dah.
So basically they said that they spent a little bit of time on strategy, but they spent a lot of time just joking with each other, building the chemistry. And with that being said, let's not go too in-depth into the tournament, but let's talk about like Yoodo Gang as personalities as well as a team. So with that being said, your teammates crack in the head, they're all a little bit crazy. Do you feel that that is one of the motivating factors that brings you chicken dinner today? Just the fact that you're here to have fun?
Yeah, sebab kita tak nak benda tu emosi kita mengganggu. So, have fun.
So, have fun indeed. What he said was, he didn't want their emotions to get into check. They wanted to not feel any pressure, and because of that, they had a lot of fun. And we saw like Fredo and yourself, you were laughing, you're laughing your heads off. Okay, now for that third and final round, for third and final question, those final few circles, right? All of it was because of aliens, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think. Thank you, Alien.
Okay, but seriously, how was that final few circles? Was it a tough fight, or was everything according to plan for Yoodo Gang?
Awal-awal rasa macam susah juga sebab tak tahu nak pergi mana, tapi tiba-tiba dapat jumpa spot tempat untuk bermain. So yeah, just play along and try hard together chicken dinner.
Well, they found a pretty good spot. There was a little bit of challenges in them realizing their plans in terms of getting that winner chicken dinner, but due to dedication and hard work, they were still able to steal it away. And I don't know about you guys, it's always a pleasure to have such a crazy, off-the-wall, colorful cast of characters like Yoodo Gang and Drax here on the stage. Definitely a big congratulations to them. And best of luck for your next few games. For those of you who are wondering whether aliens are real or whether all of this is a conspiracy under the Illuminati, go and check out everything that is related to PMPL. You're going to see Yoodo Gang as well as Drax soon. Game number 4 is about to come your way.
Okay lah, tapi kadang-kadang ada time dia tak okay, ada time dia okay. Ikut mood dia, kalau dia tak okay tu memang satu tim bermenyampah dengan dia, tak suka dia.
Hai, kami daripada Brotherhood dan saya atas TMK dan itu adalah Cimpoy, Luxi 98, Apple dan Senzi.
Okay, Brotherhood ni dia sebenarnya antara dua tim yang kata best of the best lah antara beberapa banyak tim. So boss mula dia split dua tim ni, dia split dulu and then dia tengok okay, tim ni macam goyangan sikit dengan ni, dia ada kelebihan dan kekurangan masing-masing. So bila dia combine in one team, kita orang jadi Brotherhood lah. Kita PMPL ni dua lah, fizikal dengan mental memang main peranan sangat.
Betul.
Sangat main peranan. Contoh macam kalau kita kurang rehat kan, kat situ mental memang out lah. Tapi insyaAllah kita semua okey dengan segala latihan yang telah dilakukan lah sepanjang ni
9 bulan lah.
9 bulan mungkin untuk PMPL.
Okay, saya rasa untuk PFL yang berjalan 3 minggu ni sangatlah bagus dan penting setiap match. Penting sebab kita berjalan agak lama dan harap-harap kita dapat buat yang terbaik lah setiap hari dan setiap match untuk kita orang be the best of the best lah.
Aku rasa Yoodo lah.
Team yang kedua, Team NoRecoil.
Aku rasa yang lagi rival dengan kita orang Bapak lah.
Betul loh.
Betul. Bapak dan Team NoRecoil. Team NoRecoil tu sebenarnya kan bukan Team NoRecoil, Team No Relax. Padahal memang tak relax je.
Betul tak relax ni.
Sebab kalau contoh kalau kereta kita orang 400 meter pun, team enemy pun 400 meter, memang kereta kita orang akan hancur. Lepas tu yang kita orang pelik macam mana dia buat peluru banyak sangat. Orang lain buat bug bom kan. Dia buat bug peluru. Betul tak? Semua tim cakap benda yang sama. Kita duduk dah berbincang. Kita nak tahu rahsia tim NoRecoil. Dapat banyak peluru.
Interesting.
So kami rasa memang rival kita orang Bapak dengan tim NoRecoil lah.
So saya rasa buat masa sekarang ni Team Brotherhood sangat konsisten dari segi training, teamwork dan komunikasi. Dan kami akan teruskan konsisten macam ni lah untuk tournament yang akan datang.
Sebab setiap player ni dia ada macam in game ada role masing-masing. Lepas tu bila dekat luar pun ada role masing-masing. Contoh kalau bimbo koyak so ada yang akan project bokeh
macam cool down balik lah.
Kalau ada masalah cerita apa-apa. Sebab tak semestinya setiap masa kita boleh perform. Tak itu.
Betul.
Selalu memfaker dia contoh dia tengok keadaan lah. Kadang-kadang antara atai call player ke atau Lucy sendiri yang macam message kan team dia tengok lah siapa-siapa yang nak ke depan. So masing-masing akan macam cuba call. Lepas tu dia tak okey, boleh main tak? Kalau tak ada kita sama main. So macam kat situ nanti ada macam malam-malam contoh kalau ada masalah kita orang video call bincang balik match tu macam mana. Kita akan pastikan player tu tak tertinggal lah. Macam kalau ada masalah kita tahu. Itu yang membuat kita orang ni macam mana? Brotherhood. Hood penting. Hood. Saya rasa dalam banyak 5 orang ni, yang ujung sekali tu Simpul dia memang selalu mati awal, dia bawa bencana banyak sikit lah.
Malang dia ni.
Dia malang sikit.
Tak, sebenarnya saya gold black, kami hitam. So saya mati untuk tim saya. Diorang tak sedar benda tu. Hanya tahu je tu.
Betul ke? Tiba?
Betul.
Tiba?
Serius lah, betul lah.
Ya.
Betul. Tapi mostly keadaan selalu siapa yang nak hit tengah saya, walaupun saya tak drive, orang tu mesti mati kata.
Mau dia mau balik.
Kalau tu dia sap. So macam saya ni student dekat Pahang, Polytechnic Mazam Shah, PMS, saya banggakan polis saya. So macam untuk study kadang-kadang saya ada assignment, and then masa training dengan assignment tu saya kena bagi dengan cepat. So macam contoh habis kelas, kalau kelas saya pack, saya memang kena buat juga assignment. So kena kat ambil sial. Kalau tak larat buat, diorang pun faham. So diorang akan, kalau tak larat aku bagi orang main-main.
Betul, kita akan rotate lah.
Macam contoh PNPL ni pula 3 minggu, bulan depan saya dah final lah. So saya tak main tiap hari, tapi saya dah siapkan lah cuma Sabtu Ahad untuk main. Dan saya akan pilih antara diorang lah siapa yang nak tukar dengan saya. So saya akan ulang alik lah, Khamis datang sini daripada Muazzam. Lepas tu nanti hari Isnin saya gerak ke Muazzam balik.
And then situasi saya sama macam dia, cuma berbezanya dia belajar dan saya bekerja. Okay, so kat situ saya kena bahagikan masa bekerja, rehat dan memain game. So untuk PNPL untuk tahun ni, kami satu tim ingin berjaya.
Harap pengorbanan ini tidak sia-sia lah. InsyaAllah. Brotherhood.
Kita orang boleh dikatakan setiap hari training daripada pukul 3 petang sampai 3 pagi. So dekat situ akan ada game untuk kita orang cari mistake kita orang, apa yang salah, apa yang betul, apa yang kita orang boleh bawa ke dalam PMPL ni, apa yang tak boleh bawa. So kita orang dah banyak training lah dari situ.
Betul. Dan kita nak amat berterima kasih dekat manager kita orang yang iaitu Nazim, yang banyak membantu, dan admin kita diorang juga dah, tak boleh lupa, untuk bantu kita mencari CR yang tepat untuk kita orang training lah setiap hari. Okey, untuk tim-tim yang luar sana tu, saksikan persembahan Net Brotherhood, dan saya nak korang loot banyak-banyak dekat semua tempat, dan kita orang akan datang loot kotak korang pula.
Tunggu kami di kotak korang.
Jadi Net Brotherhood.
Ambil barangan airdrop dan sekarang ini berjumpa pula dengan Mak Toy secara bersorangan. Adakah Mak Toy akan menghabiskan 2 pasukan daripada DivinityEsport? Dapat kita saksikan sudah pun keluar turun kembali mencari 1 lawan 1, 1 lawan 2 sekarang ini. Mak Toy perlu berhati-hati, sudah pun dimulakan tembakan dan itu dia. Dapat dijatuhkan dengan senjata, nyawanya sangat sedikit. Akan dia berjaya.
Mak Toy!
Sikit saja lagi. Dia cuba menunggu dan itu dia.
Walaupun keretanya hampir meletup. Dia berjaya, dia menjatuhkan Naim. Lagi 2 orang lagi diperlukan untuk dijatuhkan sekarang. Kita perhatikan satu push dilakukan oleh pasukan Team Secret. Mungkin akan melakukan satu push. Belum masuk lagi ke dalam rumah. Bermain dengan begitu berhati-hati sekarang. Wap pendek sementara itu menjatuhkan Boyka Araf dengan terpasti Biu juga telah dijatuhkan oleh pasukan WOW sekarang ini. Iya, tembakan dipaskan.
Dapat 2. Dapat 2. Dapat 2. Dia angkum ataupun tidak, kena ataupun tidak, kena ataupun tidak, tidak, kena sekali lagi. Hero yang sebentar tadi diangkat, dijatuhkan sekali lagi. Para ke atas sekarang ini, mencari pasukan mereka. Rata pasukan daripada Geek di tangan pasukan daripada FB.
Menyerang dengan begitu strategik sekarang ini. Kanan dan kiri ada Damrut menembak berjaya.
Di situ berbaki Putra saja. Tembakan terus diarahkan. Putra pula terjatuh. Ini bermana berbaki seorang saja lagi, yaitu Kuza. Adakah Kuza mati?
Kagura telah pun dijatuhkan oleh Cik, tapi Cik mempunyai nyawa yang
sangat banyak waktu sekarang. Ada 3 orang akan datang. Alamak! Cik terjatuh sekarang ini. Ini akan menjadi berbahaya. Oman akan cuba untuk menyelamatkan keadaan. Tetapi Oman agak terdedah tadi. Tetapi musuhnya... Oh my god. Tetapi EP agak lambat sedikit. Tapi dia akan cuba untuk membantu jika dia mampu. Sekarang ini reload dilakukan oleh EP. Dia akan terus bergerak ke hadapan. Namun demikian ada 3 lawan 1. Ini akan menjadi berbahaya untuk pasukan Axis MPX.
Oh, tapi dia nak cuba buat satu serangan hendap daripada dalam. Dia akan nampak satu, dia end.
Ya, betul tu. Dia akan memilih untuk mendapatkan poin terlebih dahulu sekarang ini. Jadi, satu-satu bilik untuk melarikan diri. Tetapi dia akan mungkin.
He talk in a calm manner, so that you don't get nervous and all, and to execute the task.
Hello, we are Team Impunity Kage. I'm Gudejali. I'm the team in-game leader. This is Jaeger, which is the co-leader for our team. This is Vex, which is our fragger. And this is Vsauce, which is our team support. We were initially from Impunity Nox, which we decided to broke off. Then we found Vex, Vsauce, and Rectify, which we found our team with for PMPL 2020. Previously, we wasn't doing anything until we saw the PMPL, which was released through the email. Then we decided to play with Malaysia, and we were invited to Malaysia T1 streams. Then we practiced from there. I feel that this is for our team because we have formed only 2 months as of now. Then coming to Malaysia and qualifying for PMPL was a good step ahead. It's quite tough for most of us because Vex currently is studying and his parents actually disapprove him coming to Malaysia. As of Vsauce, he is currently awaiting for national service. Then for me, I only have limited leaves a year, so I can't really commit fully 3 weeks. Which my sub player will come at the final week, which is his March holidays. Then as for Yoodo, he's currently waiting for his next studies, so there's no issue for him. As for local scene, I would say only H2O, because we are currently on good terms with other teams, but H2O deem us as not so good compared to their team from one of their members. Because one of their members, Kaya, feel that we are not as good as he deemed. He only feel that Jaeger is a good player. I would say the team is currently in a good spot, better than what it was 2 months ago at least. And we are still improving every day because when we are playing scrims, our communication and gameplay improves. And new strategies are coming as well.
He always gets knocked and tested instantly. For every one of us, when we get knocked, right, we have a chance to survive.
Because
but for me, it's like 90%, right? Once he's knocked, that's it. He's dead.
It's because he's very open. Initially, in his previous team, because we played against his previous team quite often in local scene, then whenever he got knocked, the next kill thing that came out was his death.
Because if someone mess up in one of the customs or one of the screens or anything, I already blast them in chat and in the WhatsApp group. I already give them everything. I mean, like, every one of them personally felt except Jelly. Because Jelly is the IGL, and for me, I tend to listen to him more. And if I mess up also, then he will give it to me as well. But for the other 3, it's normally our handler.
Initially, Vex faced quite a bit of trouble coming because his parents think that he's still too young for this, and this is his first time overseas alone or with a group of strangers that his parents doesn't know. So it took quite a bit for me to convince his parents as to sharing to them about my past experience, and also telling them that I know they are his cousin, and they question his cousin about my reliability for the team. That's what got him here. For Malaysia's counterpart, you better watch our stats, if not we'll bring the trophy back to Singapore.
Bye.
For all the audience watching, do catch us live on Facebook for PMPL 2020.
#IMPW. Hi guys, I'm Ziming and my Indian name is Jelly. I'm 22 this year and from Singapore. My Indian name was initially Jelly, but because my friend he changed his name to Tama, then I felt it would be good to change my name to Jelly to match his. In-game personality, I would say I'm more of a trash talker in-game, just to calm my team down and make sure that they don't get nervous over certain situations. And I always ask them to slowly chill rather than being nervous and screwing things up. Offline personality, I would say I like to screw around with people, such as when Vex disturb me, I just carry him and throw him on my bed. I've been playing PUBG Mobile since Season 3 until now, and I am more of a sniper player compared to those close combat, because my close combat really quite bad, but my far range is the one that's good.
For Jelly wise is mainly is our IGL, so he gives the shots to where to go, what to do, and normally how to execute whatever task is needed given by him. For his personality wise, online he's very noisy and he always gets needed and he's always complaining for everything. For offline wise, he's even worse. He's even more louder and he just makes fun of you and he's very noisy. Yeah. Valuable wise, not sure, but I mean like in-game wise, he is very valuable to me. Like even after he died, I still need him to give the shots and everything because yeah, he is the IGN, he gives the shots and everything. But for offline wise, quite useless honestly. Nothing else is just a burden lah. Sorry to say but yeah lah.
Jelly's personality is a very playful person. He has a mind. He has a body of a 22-year-old, but he has a mind of a 16-year-old. That one time when I was disturbing him, he got angry and he threw my whole body to his bed. He is the IGL, and without him, our team would go haywire. So for me, he is a very valuable person in the team because his game sense and his map sense are really on point.
I think Jelly is a very calm and collected person. So when he communicates with us in game, he's very he speaks to us very calmly, especially during intense situations. So I think it helps us a lot. I think personality-wise, offline he's very playful and he likes to have fun. So he likes to talk trash about other teams and like insult us, like yeah. So and no, he doesn't. He hasn't done anything to me yet. Jelly is very valuable to the team because he's the strategist of the team. He tells us where to rotate on different maps.
For Singapore fans and viewers, do catch us live on PUBG Mobile Facebook page for PMPL 2020.
Hi guys, I'm Biu and welcome to Team Secret's hideout for this coming league. Please come in. Hi guys. Hello. Hi. Oh, that guy is on the phone. So okay, we'll leave him there first. And yeah, so let me start off with this one first. This is the place where the four of us will sit down and train together. And you can see some portable fans, charger, basically just the stuff we use for training. And then moving on to our kitchen. This is where we wash the plates and everything. And also a fridge here, of course. And then here's the kitchen. Here's the place where we do laundry. A washing machine and a place for us to hang our clothes. And yeah, nothing much, just cleaning stuff. And that part is our bedrooms and everything, but I will not go into the details because it's kind of messy, so we'll skip that part. And then if you look over here, the decorations, the light bulbs and all these decorations is I think this is one of my favorite things for this place. I like the concept particularly because it's more of like a chilling vibe, doesn't feel like working at all. And then sofa here, as you can see, the place where we chill when we're not training. And then also we have a TV, a very big screen where we watch the games together, sit down and watch the games together. And yeah, And then here we have a proper PC streaming setup. And as you can see, this is our top streamer in Team Secret so far. On the go. Yep, his casting line, if you guys know about it. And then a clear view, a good view, swimming pool and all. And this guy, as always, speaking in Thai, Sawadee-krap, Krakum Krap. Oh yeah, he's on a phone call right now. I think it's about business, so let's not disturb it. And then, what are you doing? Who is that? Say me.
I think it's Pew Pew.
Yeah. He's watching my gameplay and then like learning from my gameplay and all. And yeah, he's probably scrolling something else, Facebook, something like that. Oh, my video as well. Oh, thank you so much. So yeah, that's pretty much all for the tour, for the room tour. I hope you guys enjoy it, and bye guys. Hi guys, I'm Biu, and outside of PUBG, my friends call me JJ, and I'm playing for Team Secret. I'm the captain of the team. It actually came from a Chinese word, and it has similar pronunciation. In Chinese, it's called PU. It's exactly the same. Sounds exactly the same, and it means blessing in Chinese. And also, it can also mean a shooting sound, but a cute shooting sound effect. Yeah. I would say that I'm a very patient person. I don't really rage and or get affected, get mood swing or anything like that because of the game. I don't really like give commands to the team, like oh, I think that I'm the captain, you should listen to me, something like that. It's more of like mutual respect. It's like we are equal, so I don't really like use the power or authority over them. So I've been playing PUBG Mobile since April 2019. I think it was season 3 that time when I first started playing. It's been a long journey, and to you guys out there who's watching this, who still support Team Secret, who still support me, thank you for unconditional support, and thank you for sticking around. And I believe that this year will be the year for Team Secret to shine. Yeah.
So for me, I think Bill is a very calm and cool-headed person. He knows how to assess the situation very, very well. He look at what happens and what's going on in game and even outside the game. He talks to people. He explains what's going on, how to do this, and he teaches us how to fix it, maybe. And he's very, very good at using his words. So I guess that's one of his strengths. Because for me, I think everyone has a different role in the game. It's too random to say like, or how this view coordinate with everyone else and so on, because every situation is different. So for me, I think View he takes everything in a very calm manner. He do it step by step, and he just does what he does. So to me, View is very, 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 very valuable to me. I mean, to the team and everyone else. So he helps. I think he helps everyone in the team to communicate better, to get messages across to other people or maybe to each other.
So I would say like working with Bill is really easy actually, because he's really a calm person and really reasonable. So everything is working out through reason and stuff. So basically when working with him, he really knows when to say and what to say. Bill personality wise, we say Bill is really calm and talkable person. So he's really reasonable in everything, and he's mature, so his personality made the thing go much more easier than how it used to be, and it helped to handle things quite much easier than how it looked. I would say Bill is the main core of the team, since he is like the captain and also the person who controls the ongoing of the system of the team. So without him, it's hard to imagine also.
So for Biu, he's the one that actually kind of
make the whole team run, because some of them, they have their own things that they need to do, like their streaming and also their personal life. So Bill is the one that always remind them that this is our career, this is our year, we can do something about it, and he's the one that always lifting up the spirit, especially for this boy, because he's kind of young, he's kind of childish. So sometimes the childishness kind of take over, and Bill kind of becomes the father for this guy, because Bill is the closest to him compared to the other two players. And every time he gets scolded, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that he gets scolded a lot by NoRecoil. So Bill is the one that kind of step up and try to help him out to be a better player, because this guy have huge potential and everybody in the team kind of know about it. So Bill is the one that's trying to bring that out and put the maturity in him. Yeah. Alright, if there's no Bill in the team, I think the big thing that happened is we kind of lose our identity, because Bill always been in Team Secret. He's like the person to go to. When people say Team Secret, the name that comes to mind is actually Bill. But that's only for outsiders. But inside the game, people might see that, oh, Bill is dying, oh, Bill is doing this, Bill is doing that. People like kind of point out his mistake a lot. But what's happening inside the team, only the teammates and everybody that's playing in the game can understand. And one of it is how he holds the team together, because inside the game, NoRecoil is the in-game leader, and how he used to be the in-game leader, he let go of that role and give it to NoRecoil. Sometimes people tend to have that trait, oh, I used to be in-game leader, I still need to be in-game leader. But that guy, he completely let it go, give 100% control to NoRecoil and try to be a good listener. It's very hard to be a good listener, but Bill is a great one.
I would say Bill is main core of the team. Person who control the ongoing of the team.
Hi guys, we are Team Secret. I'm Bill, the captain of the team, and this is Yuhai, the entry fragger of the team. This is NoRecoil, the in-game leader, also the mastermind for the team. And then we have iShot, the sniper for the team. How the team form? Okay, this is this Team Secret lineup is actually a new one. It's not the previous one. We had some roster changes. Basically, three of them. I'm the only one remaining, and they are all from different teams, except Yuhai. He is like the underdog. We usually train at night due to our live stream and some other reasons. So we usually just train at night for a few hours, maybe about 6 hours, I would say. And then we have boot camp. Boot camp is where we actually train like the whole day, if we are not having photo shoot or any other events, so on and so forth. So that is pretty much our training.
Well, we'll say it's quite pretty good, because it doesn't not that long and not short and stuff. So we are really well prepared for the 3 weeks.
So I think our biggest rivals for the PMPL Malaysia League will be probably Yoodo, because Mamparang, Jumper, they have a lot of experience as well. They've been playing in the past 2 seasons. They're very good players.
And the second team we'll say is RSG, because they have Wonky, which is toothless. They have a dragon in the team.
So I would say we are progressing quite fast, because this is actually quite a new and fresh team. Even though Team Secret is a very long existing global name, but us as a team is quite new. But yeah, chemistry is building up, and we played pretty well. We clicked together. So it's good. Die the earliest. I think it's more of like we take turns. Sometimes I die the earliest in the game. Sometimes die the earliest. Sometimes he. Sometimes he. So it's just like throwing a dice.
so because we haven't really like played in offline tournaments, so we don't know how it goes. But usually during our training, when we play in scrims or maybe some local online tournaments, I would say Matoy and Yuhai. This one is naturally because he's the youngest in the team, and he's just like sometimes like very hyper, very hyper, something like that. And for Matoy because he's the Indian leader, and yeah. So basically, I think the rest of us are fine, but actually he's fine also. Just that he's 16, very young. He's very young. He's supposed to be in school right now, but yeah, because of tournaments, because he wants to pursue his dream of becoming an Esport athlete, and he got a concern from the parents as well. So he's taking a break from school and playing alongside. Okay, I'll say the training from the beginning is the most intense one because we want to put things in place as soon as possible. So beginning is the most intense, and then like slowly after some time we just kind of like ease things up because too much of training may actually like backfire on us. So for now it's probably just night time when we play in scrims and all, and we still have free times to do our own stuff, maybe like listening to music or just like watching movies or like even going out together, stuff like that.
Having Undergo as our manager, I think it would be one of our success part because like he helped us to progress a lot in many things, and mainly to keep our mood up in kind of like difficult situations and stuff like that.
Actually, that's very true. I forgot to tell that just now when the previous question we asked about who's the most maker in the team. I think the one that contributes the most to this is probably our manager on the go. He's always the one that cheers up this and that, and he always manages to do it like effectively. And yeah, people know him as a caster, and we see him as a manager as well. It's just a pleasure, and it's like a blessing to he did make many things happen, bring this team together, and a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Pro League Malaysia and Singapore 2020. We are live here at IO Esports Arena, Kuala Lumpur. We're excited, we're energetic, and we just had a great break and plenty of recharges, and I'm sure you guys too. But before we even move anywhere close to those games, we got to give a big shout out and thank you to Tencent Games, PUBG Corporation, Lightspeed, and Quantum Studios for bringing us all the exciting games that's about to come. And remember, you're watching this live on Facebook Gaming, our official live streaming partner, making this happen. If you haven't forgotten who we are just yet, my name's Getting Q. This is Choo Choo. This is Sir Cloud. Welcome back as we get into the next couple of games. How you guys feeling?
Rewind, replay, play again. Rewind, play. That's how it works for you.
I should have like an automated system on how I do those intros every single time, which means, you know, I gotta change it up next time. So,
maybe we can change it up next time. But yep, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. What about you, Sir Cloud?
I'm feeling recharged now, just as all our players all around the arena here right now.
Yeah, that was a much needed break for a lot of these players. I think, you know, before that, you can definitely see it on their faces that are like, oh man, whew, they're getting mentally exhausted. So after that break, they are ready to get back in it again. Can last survivors pull off another chicken dinner today? I mean, it may not be 3 in a row, but hey, it's getting pretty close. I'm not going to lie.
But I do want to see other teams that get themselves one chicken dinner as well. Because I talked to one of the team, NoRecoil, just now.
Ooh.
One of them actually in a medical school.
Oh, relatable? Relatable much, Choo Choo?
I don't know. You tell me.
Come on, not gonna give it to me on this one. Come on.
Oh well, he is actually postponing his studies for a year because you know how hard it is to get into esports as well as medical school actually, and he's actually one of the students that got himself a scholarship, full scholarship, and then.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah.
What? That is a wow. That is a very I wouldn't say a sacrifice. It's still he still has a scholarship regardless, right?
Yeah, they managed to postpone for a year, but then still, to get yourself into esports and medical at the same time is not an easy task. Trust me.
Speaking from experience, let me just tell you that.
But then Cloud is also not just doing esports, right?
Well, yeah, I do a couple of other things as well. So, well, but save the story for later, just in case Gideon's trying to find any opportunity against me.
Darn it!
He's not gonna give me the glory.
Shoot, he caught on too fast, Choo Choo. Darn, I've been shut down.
It's weedy actually, but back to the game, guys. Yoodo got themselves one more chicken dinner today. NoRecoil, still no chickens. There's also ESG, fake chicken.
Fake chicken. Oh man, why you gotta take it away from them like that, man?
It's not counted for the scream just now.
That's
true. Oh,
the dance. Okay, he had to do it. Okay.
He's happy. You know they are really just took their dinner just now. And look, Jumper, he looks so sad.
Hey man, focused. He knows what he wants. He's a man of action. Get him into the game, and oh no, here it goes. Hey! Bapak always has something up their sleeve, man. These guys are fun. These guys are 100% ton of fun.
Didn't know how to take the camera, like full attention on them. But look at the other teams. Impunity. Okay, Impunity were number 1.